Hello folks. In this session, let us go over continuous access evaluation use case for reviewing the scenario of handling revoked token condition by API gateway. Prerequisite. In order to navigate to this flow, users should have already registered to self-services demo application. Kindly refer to relevant registration video in the login page. After successful sign-in, user will be landed on a self-services demo application dashboard page where user may select CAE use case button for accessing CAE flow. With that said, I'm going to sign in to the application now. User ID. So, successful sign in, I'm in a dashboard page. I'm going to click CAE flow use case, and now I'm in a home page, CAE home page. But before diving into the demo, I want to go over the use case and set relevant context for the demo. Continuous access evaluation model where issued access and refresh tokens are being leveraged for both authenticating and authorizing the request. And if access token expires, then refresh token is being leveraged to receive new access token without any friction. This is a standard mechanism. But what if the issued access token is valid, not yet expired, but it has been revoked due to user termination, password reset, password change, or user location changed, or user device was compromised, etc. Without knowing the occurrence of these events and revocation condition of the issued access token, many downstream applications and microservices may continue to validate and authorize the received JOT access token, like signature verification, expiration check, and audience claims, etc. locally. Above scenarios can easily become a serious security breach, and situation like this is being solved using CAE by sharing these events to downstream applications and microservices. When such event occurs, provider can revoke the issued token and publish an event with relevant information, which can be received by subscribed application and accordingly handle the situation and thereby avoid any potential threats. For this demo, our focus will be on subscriber point of view handling the CAE. Now back to the demo. After clicking the CAE use case button, you will be led to CAE homepage that would describe the flow along with the relevant video that showcase the entire CAE journey. As you see here, we have a API gateway which is going to act as a relying party, and we have an OIDC provider which is HOTAB. Both are being configured to a message broker. One is going to publish the event and one is going to subscribe to the event. With that said, let me click and get into the flow now. As you see in the page, there are 4 different steps, but the first step is going to be user authentication. The application will be calling the layer 7 API gateway authorization endpoint, where we have VIP authab configured as external third-party OIDC provider and API gateway as relying party. As I mentioned earlier, both authab and gateway are sharing the revoked token event via message broker. For the same reason, authorization request will be delegated to authab. After successful user authentication, gateway will issue the JOT token. With that said, I'm going to start the first step of authentication. After successful user authentication, a JOT token has been issued and it is valid, and also the token has been issued for this particular resources to be accessed. The step 2 is going to be using this issued JOT token, we'll try to access the protected resources, where gateway will go over a sequence of steps in validating the incoming bearer token. Since the JOT token is valid, not yet expired, and also resource claim is associated to that particular resource, it will be authorizing the request. So you will be seeing the API response back in the page. Let's try that now. As you see, given access token is valid, this is the resource that is the token was issued, and so it was verifying and authorizing the backend routing. Now you see the response payload. Now moving on to step 3. Due to password change or reset request, the issued access token is now revoked, and the same event uh, is going to get published to the message broker under revoked token queue. And since API gateway, which is subscribing to that particular queue, it is going to receive the information regarding the token revocation detail along with the event that triggered it. Then it going to cache that information for later reference, and this could be a local cache or it could be an enterprise-wide cache like Hazelcast or Redis or something else. Let me kick off the revoke token flow, which is step 3 now. As I said, due to password change event, the provider has revoked the JAR token, and the event was published. Gateway has subscribed and it received the signal, and it is cached that information. So whenever user is going to come back with the same access token, it is going to validate and reject the request. Now moving on to step 4. Now user is trying to access the protected resources with the revoke token. Gateway, again as part of token validation, will look up the incoming token in the revoked cache list, and if it finds that same, then it is going to reject the request as the relevant error messages. Let's try that. As I mentioned, the signal, when it revoked, the provider sent a signal to the message broker, and the subscriber of that event was a gateway, and it received that information and it added to the cache. So when a request for a protected resource came in with that particular revoked access token, gateway looks up into the cache and verifies and validates and rejects the request back. With that, this particular use case is complete, and that's all for this session. Thanks, and see you.